Hey there tech fans, Rick here again from the OREI team with an overview of the UHD-IPC230-WPE HDMI extension kit. This product was engineered to make it incredibly easy for you to share all of your HDMI media content with a second remote location up to 70 meters away in full 4K ultra high definition resolution over a single Cat6, Cat6A, or Cat7 LAN cable. The product is fully HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 2.2 compliant, which means it works with most modern media types. It also provides power over cable technology, which means once you add power to the transmitter, all the power required for the receiver is sent over the same LAN cable, eliminating the need for a second power supply. Also included with the kit is a set of infrared blasters that will collect up the remote control signals from that secondary location and pass those back digitally over that same LAN connection to the primary location so you can remotely control the content you're watching. The remote receiver even provides audio extraction capabilities, which digitally strips the audio component from the media stream you're sharing and allows you to pass that along to a soundbar or a home stereo through the analog connection for better quality sound. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the product, and then I'll take a closer look at the transmitter and the receiver modules and explain the connections and indicators. I'll list the features and functions the product provides, and then I'll come back and do a short demonstration to show you just how simple this product will be to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first pop open the box, you'll find the transmitter module. It has an integrated faceplate, which makes it incredibly easy to mount this into a wall outlet. You'll also find the receiver module and a set of brackets you can use with the receiver module to mount it up off the ground and out of the way. You'll find a set of infrared blasters. Now these look very similar, but they are a little bit different. One is labeled infrared in and one is labeled infrared out, and it's important you plug those into the correct modules. You'll also find a full instruction manual that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and a lot of other details you'll need to understand about the solution to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the modules, list the features and functions, and then I'll do the demonstration. Inside the kit, you'll find the sender module and the receiver module, and I'll start with the sender module. This particular module has the faceplate integrated into its design, which makes it really easy to mount it into a wall plate. Starting at the top, you'll find an infrared out port. That's a 3.5mm port that's used with one of the infrared blasters. Make sure you plug the correct module in here. It should say IR out. Below that is an HDMI input port. That connects to whatever media device you'd like to share the content from with your remote location. That's a standard HDMI port, standard HDMI cable. Below that are two indicators, power and HDMI. The minute you add power to the unit, it immediately starts an internal power on self-test where it's checking all the electronics. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED letting you know the module's ready to use. To the right of that's the HDMI indicator. This module will check the connection between your input device and the actual module. Once it verifies that connection is good and it sees HDMI media content, it'll light that LED letting you know you have power and a solid connection to your media device. To the right of that's a reset button that can be used to reset the module if needed. Now there are two more connections around back. This is the LAN connection between the two modules. You'll plug your Cat6 or Cat7 cable in here. And on the top, you'll find two screws right there that can be used for power. This is both 110 and 240 compliant, so connect up your AC right there. The unit will use that to generate power for this module and also send the power required for the other module over your LAN connection. The receiver module is pretty straightforward. It's got a full metal enclosure, which makes it incredibly durable. On either side, you'll find mounting holes that can be used with the included bracketing kit to mount this module up off the ground and out of the way. On the one end, you'll find a DC input port. You won't be using that because of the power over cable technology. All the power needed for this module is sent over the LAN connection, so that's not used. To the right of that is an HDMI output port. This connects to whatever monitor you'd like to enjoy the content on from that primary location. Standard HDMI connection there. To the right of that is a left and right analog 3.5mm output port. This product provides audio extraction capabilities that will actually strip the audio from the media content being sent here and allow you to pass that along through this connection to an analog home stereo or soundbar for better quality audio. On the other end, you'll find a reset button. Again, that can be used to reset this module. This port is connected to the other end of the cable from the transmitter, so that's the Cat6 or Cat7 cable there. To the right of that is an infrared in port, again a 3.5mm port. Make sure you plug the module in that says IR in, plug it in right there. Then finally, to the right of that is a power indicator. The minute you connect the LAN cable up between the transmitter and this receiver module, this will start a power on self-test. When it passes that, it'll light that LED, letting you know the module's ready to use. The OREI UHD-IPC230-WPE is compatible with most modern HDMI media sources, including computer systems, streaming devices, media players like Roku, DVD players, and game consoles. The product's features include full support of 4K ultra-high definition media content. It provides distances up to 70 meters. It's both HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.2 compliant. It includes power over cable technology and also allows full infrared control of your media. Now I'll show you the connections you'll need to make to use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, over here I have the transmitter module, which is normally mounted on a wall inside of an electrical box and connected to your home power. But for this demonstration, I've just connected up a short AC cord and plugged it into an outlet. Right now I've got the power indicator on solid, letting me know it's gone through its power on self-test and everything's working fine. And the HDMI input indicator is flashing. And the reason that's flashing is I haven't connected up any media device to the input on the front. Right here I've got a small media player that's currently displaying an image of a game console, and that's the content I'd like to share with my remote location. Over here I've set up a monitor. This represents my remote location. It's wherever I'd like to enjoy the content from the primary site. And here I have the receiver module. Now the first connection I'll make is between my media player and the input on the transmitter. I've got an HDMI cable already connected, and I'll plug that into the HDMI input port on the front. The minute I do that, the transmitter module is now checking that connection. It's also checking the media stream to make whatever adjustments are needed to send the best possible picture to the remote location. Once that completes, the LED is on solid, so we're all set to go. Now I'd like to connect up my receiver module to my remote monitor. Standard HDMI connection here, and I'll plug that into the HDMI output port on the receiver. Now the only connection we're missing at this point is the LAN connection between the two locations, and this can be up to 70 meters away. I've already connected up a LAN cable to the transmitter, and remember the transmitter is going to generate all the power required for the remote receiver because it's using power over cable technology. So through this single connection, I'm not only going to transmit audio and video to the remote location, but I'm also going to transmit power for this module. So watch what happens when I plug this in. Right now the power LED is off. The minute I make this connection, the power LED comes on and starts flashing, because right now this module is going through a power on self-test where it's checking the electronics, it's checking the resolution of the monitor, it's looking for the media stream being sent by the transmitter. Once that finishes, it'll display the image on this monitor. And that takes a couple of seconds to make all of those adjustments and to complete that power on self-test. But again, once that's done, it'll handshake with the primary site and display the image right there. And that first time that it makes that connection, it takes a couple of seconds to do the adjustment, but once you're playing media over here, it instantaneously shares it with that secondary location. And those are all the connections you need. It's an incredibly simple product to use, and with a few simple connections like I just showed you, you can see how easy it is to get it working with your own equipment. I hope you found this overview of the OREI UHD-IPC230-WPE HDMI extension kit helpful. It really does provide an incredibly easy way for you to share all of your HDMI media content with a second remote location up to 70 meters away in full 4K ultra-high definition resolution over a single Cat6, Cat6A, or Cat7 LAN cable. And the fact that it provides power over cable technology greatly simplifies your wiring. The infrared blasters allow you to remotely control the content you're watching, and the audio extraction capabilities allow you to strip the audio from that media stream and pass it along to a soundbar or home stereo for better quality audio. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections, you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks again for watching.